Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to educate you and also take you back into time to relive what we all grew up with as kids and now as adults. The evolution of technology in the video game system. It all started in 1976. The Atari introduced the game Breakout. It was an arcade video game. It sold over 15,000 machines. Basically, the game was 4 bars at the top with a small bar at the bottom. You moved it back and forth and it would ricochet a ball, and by getting to the next level you would have to destroy those bars. That was the very first video game to come out. In 1977, Atari introduces the Atari Video Computer System, VCS, later renamed the Atari 2600. The system uses plug-in cartridges, delivers color graphics and sound through a television connection, and uses joysticks and paddles. The price was right around $190. In 1980, Midway Manufacturing introduces the Pac-Man arcade video game. Within a year, 100,000 machines are sold for $200 million in revenue, with the machines taking in over $1 billion in quarters. In 1981, Donkey Kong is released by Nintendo. In 1982, Atari 2600 releases E.T. 4 million games are produced, 2 million are sold, 1 million are returned. This is considered to be the world's worst game ever made. Also, 1982 is supposed to be the end of the video game craze era. It really doesn't bottom out till about 1985. 1985 rolls around. The NES, or Nintendo Entertainment System, sells over 500,000 units and were sold in the first 2 months. Total units sold over Nintendo's lifetime were around 36 million. This was the year Nintendo came out with Super Mario Bros. And sold 40.24 million copies worldwide. Still to this day, it's considered to be the world's best-selling game ever. In 1987, Metroid and Zelda came out. The first Final Fantasy game is also released. In 1989, Game Boy is released by Nintendo and is played on a 2.5-inch screen and displayed in a monochrome. Monochrome is kind of like a dark black to a light black, or a dark gray to a light gray. It's only one color. It just has different shades of that color. Sales this year are around $3.4 billion, and that includes all the video game systems and all the games. In 1994, the Entertainment Software Rating Board, which is the ESRB, is created and develops a game rating system. 1995, Sony introduces the 32-bit CD-ROM game system into the United States, also known as PlayStation, and is going for the price of around $300. In 1996, Nintendo 64 is released in North America. 64-bit main processor is what the Nintendo 64 runs off of. In 1997, GoldenEye 007, Final Fantasy VIII is now released. In 1998, Nintendo comes out with Game Boy Color. It's 56 colors off of a 2300 color board. And also Sega also comes out with their first system where they can go online and interact with other players, kind of like a blog today. And in 2000, Sony releases PlayStation 2, and the price is going for right around $300. PlayStation 2 sold about 1 million units the first weekend of release. And then in 2001, Final Fantasy X is released. And in 2002, Sega Dreamcast is finally discontinued. It cannot keep up with any of the other manufacturers, both in games and just being online. 2003, Nintendo releases Game Boy Advance with a flip top, and it has a 2.9-inch LCD screen. And as of 2003, 50 million shipments of PlayStation 2 have been made. In 2004, this was the first Grand Theft Auto game released for PlayStation 2. 4.5 million copies are sold in the first week. Nintendo comes out with the Nintendo DS system. They have a 3-inch LCD screen, wireless communication system, touchscreen with stylus. And in 2005, Microsoft launches the Xbox 360 video game system in North America. The price is about $300 for the basic core system. If you want to bump it up, you can take it to $400 with a wireless controller, headset, and a 20 gig hard drive. And in 2005, the best game ever, I believe, is Call of Duty 2, and that is released. 2006, Nintendo releases the Wii video game system in North and South America. It includes wireless remote controller, the nunchuck controller, and the Wii Sports game. Price in the US is right around $250 to $300 for that system. In 2007, Sony comes out with PlayStation 3. We move this down to 2010, 2011. Xbox came out with Kinect. It's a wireless attachment for the system, and there's no controller needed. You are the basic controller for the Kinect for the Xbox. Wii is coming out with a Wii 2, not much about it yet. It's supposed to have a whole new processors. I don't know if it's supposed to have controllers or not. And in the future, who knows, maybe we'll be playing games where you just think about it, there's no controllers whatsoever, and you'll be more active, more like in the Kinect. And here is my audience. I will pan that out so you guys can see.